Noel and Liam Gallagher with us, and this is the first time, Noel, you were saying you've been interviewed together since, 1994?
1964, yeah. Was that before I left the Beatles?
It was before I was born.
Was that before you joined the Beatles?
And you've been away in America.
Yes.
When did you get back from there?
We got back about 10 days ago, and then we went to the studio to do some B-sides, and came out of the studio on Monday.
And we had a lot of flashbacks.
So it's B-sides for all around the world?
Yeah. Okay. We've actually done a cover of Street Fighting Man, just to piss Keith Richards off, because he's been slagging us off.
Have you?
Just to make just to make them more money than what they've already got.
Yeah, I was going to
obviously they ain't got enough.
I was going to say, I mean, because they're very... do you have to clear something like that before you can actually do it?
No, as long as you don't change the arrangement, apparently you don't need permission.
Right.
They had quite a run-in with the Verve, didn't they?
Yeah, and they're going to have a run-in with me when I meet him, man, down Sainsbury's.
I think it was Andrew Luke Oldham who had a run-in with the Verve about that.
Right.
But
can I interrupt on, like, we're here, like, to...
Like, you interrupt away.
You know, we're here to celebrate, like, bonfire night and stuff like that, but... Because I'm silly, aren't I, George? I'm like, but things, you like...
Not before Halloween, you can't celebrate bonfire night.
All these slegs coming out of the closets and that at the moment, right, before we're going to... I'm going to shut my mouth after this then, right?
I bet you... I bet you won't.
John's been a bit rude in the past, hasn't he? So I'm going to have to point... Look at him there, slipping in the glass.
All that says you won't shut your mouth after this.
Right,
that's about will.
But all these old...
That's about 85 quid. And a platinum cat. Yeah,
no, I've got my own, man. Listen, but anyway, listen, right, before I go any further, all these old farts, right, like, get out of the day centre, like, yeah,
give me the money.
Like, a microphone comes in front, you know, they've got a problem with a kid, right, yeah.
Problem?
A problem with a kid, right, or Oasis, right, yeah. Obviously, like, yeah, and I ignored all that facts, right, yeah, because I dig all the music, I dig them as personal human beings, right, yeah, but at the end of the day, no, you shut up a minute, right, songwriter, at the end of the day, right, obviously they almost want a scrap, right, and I will offer them all right out here on radio, right, yeah, if they want to fight, right, Primrose Hill, Saturday morning, 12 o'clock, I will beat the fucking living daylight shit out of them, right, I'll still give them a steak pie at the end of it, right.
So to answer your question, yes, we have been to America.
That goes for George, right, Jagger, Smitchards, right, yeah, and the other cunt, whoever fucking who gives me shit. No, you calm down, you over there, right, because I watch some bit, right. Any of them old farts who've got a problem with me, right, leave the Zimmer frames at home, and I will hold them up with a good right hook, yeah, and that's the end of it.
Who's the person who's most hurt you out of those?
Oh, fucking, gotta be Jesus Christ, hasn't it? But no one's hurt me, right, because I still dig their music, right? Yeah, I love George Harrison's music, I love Keith Richards' music, I love Mick Jagger's music, right? I love who else wants to slag me off and all that type of, but at the end of the day, it's getting childish, isn't it? It's like being in the playground. I left the playground years ago. Now they want to push them out in the fucking, on the swings and that, and I'll push them in them little, I'll put them in them little swings, no, I just want to fight with them, me.
But do you think they say these things because they're goaded into saying them?
I just think they're jealous, and I think they're senile, and I fucking ain't getting enough meat pies and that. You know.
But does it bother you? Because, I mean, you're bigger than that, aren't you?
I'm bigger than everything, me. I'm me, and personally, I'm bigger than that. But, like, obviously, they want a scrap. And I will beat them up if they want to fight.
And the venue is Primrose Hill.
Shut up, what, man? Shut up.
I told you I was going to say that.
Next question.
How was... I want to talk quickly about the tour, because the tour, particularly, somebody was telling me the date in Aberdeen was some of the best gigs you've done.
Yeah, it was something like...
What was it about Aberdeen?
I don't know, like, you get them gigs, are you going to interrupt, or can I go on?
No,
right, I can go on.
You could just speak like,
I mean,
musically.
You sort of get, like... about, like, 5 or 6 gigs when your career, where it's, like, everything just clicks and it just, like, transcends music, right? And it's, like... There was, like, the second night at Aberdeen, right? It was top.
No, I think they're the best shows we've done.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it just... I don't know, there was...
Well, not the best, but, like, one of the best, you know, like, we've done really great gigs and that, and, like, they were
no,
really...
but it did...
We hit a mark there.
Yeah, but it was, like, it was the crowd as well, man, you know what I mean? It's like, there ain't that many bands who go to Aberdeen and all that stuff, but, I mean, it was, like... The vibe...
There's not many places that ending Dean.
I mean, did you enjoy getting back to this tour? Because obviously, after getting to the stage of playing Nebworth and places like that, in comparative terms, this was actually quite an intimate gig for you.
It was really nice and tight fit, you know. It was like nice, you know. We loved playing, you know. It was great. All them gigs were great. And like.
Yeah, but even though Stephen, it's like Nebworth was no big deal for us. It's like it was like
we'll never get the vibes of reap the benefits of Nebworth, because like that'll come when we're about 80 and spitting in our fucking knickers, you know what I mean? Because that was like big time.
What's the
Sorry, finish. Like,
Okay.
The thing is, right, it's like that is like something that doesn't come to a bunch of lads from Manchester who just played. Like we wanted to play like 31,000 people off to Spike Islands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like Nebworth was like a big fucking bang. You know what I mean? And I'm still there basically.
What did a bomb go off or something?
I'm still there, and it's like that's big time, right?
Did it take you quite a long time for it to sink in?
I've not sunk in yet.
Still.
Yeah, I'm still on that.
Would you do anything comparable to that again?
No.
I reckon if someone played 126,000 one night, then I reckon I'd have to go back and do 127.
Yeah.
Well, take it from me. I won't be doing it.
Okay.
All right.
Well, not about you. He asked me the question, man.
It's
Well, there you go then.
on the when you
So a cigarette, chieftain.
I love yours, yeah.
yeah, those are the alarms.
But listen, I think basically on that matter, right, about like doing them gigs and that, like they were done, right? It was great, yeah. And like I think they're done now, right? Yeah. And by
Yeah,
the
but they
time-
were the biggest
by the time-
gigs
By the
ever,
time
weren't they?
anyone reaches to do that anyway, in our time, right? Yeah. By the time we go back to do that gig, we're about 50 and that, and I don't think it's right doing gigs at 50.
We won't be even. We won't
What
even
would
be
have
in
done
a
it,
band
and
at
that was
50. We won't even be in a band at
How
50,
do you
will
know,
we?
Mystic fucking Mog?
I'm telling you.
What about the days when? Because obviously, is it a lot different to, apart from the fact that you're playing the bigger gigs? Is the actual sort of gang mentality within the band different? Because in those early days, it was you against the rest of the world almost, isn't it? Does it feel easier now?
Well,
it still is, man.
well, to me,
Still against the rest of the world,
Well,
right?
to me, right, it's like
So no.
you know, he'll probably have a different opinion than I will, but it's like on for. What are you laughing at?
Obviously, you would, wouldn't you?
Sorry. Right, but everything leading up to Nebworth was like a 3-4 year thing. In fact, for us, it was a 5-year thing because like it was like.
It was a lifetime thing, wasn't it?
Well, no, it was like a 5-year thing. But since that, it's like how far can you take something? You know, I mean, you can only do like the biggest gig or the biggest gigs.
Yeah, you're right.
That's like, oh, of course I'm right.
No, you are
know.
right again.
My
You're right.
middle name is right, mate.
No, you're right. Go on.
But it's like you can only do the biggest gigs that have ever been done, and then like where do you go from there? You know.
What were what's when
We've
you
been there, we've seen it, we've done it, we bootlegged the T-shirt, and
And we buttered our own toast.
when you were young? What was the biggest gig that you went to?
Spike Island.
Spike Island.
Spike Island.
And did you think by that at that point?
Shea Stadium, the Beatles.
Was it by that point? No, I just want to get to this point about. Did you feel at that point that the Roses were almost, too far away, too far removed from the band? And did you worry about that happening to you?
I'll tell you a funny story, right? We were sat on the tour bus in America, right, in 1984, and he actually said to me, he went, remember? And he, no, yes you do. Yes, you do. We was in the studio the other night, and he said to me in 1994, he said, what, do you think we're ever going to play to 30,000 people? And I went, no, I think we're going to play to 31,000 people. And here's Mr. Big in here, giving it the big in here, right? He didn't even think we were going to play to 30,000 people.
Yeah. But now how do you approach a gig
And
like
we played
this?
to 2 billion, trillion, squillion thousand people.
Yeah, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
And until someone breaks that kind of thing and then that's when I have to put my boots on and start walking.
You see, well, one of the interesting. We're going to play a record in a second, but I just want to ask you this: that when you're on stage, who are you playing to? This
Like
is
the
thing.
fans, obviously.
The fans.
But no.
We're not playing to the people.
Play
You
the
see-
hot dogs at the back of the.
No, is that what's in your mind?
No, well,
We're playing
it changes.
the people who fucking bother to
changes.
listen.
No, it changes. It changes as like you go on it. It changes. You know, it's like the bigger you get, right? It's like the more that it changes. It's like when we played at the 100 Club in London, right? That was like a watershed of a gig for us because it was like. Like a room full of like really young people, and then like the first time we played Earl's Court, and then like Nebworth, blah blah blah, and the rest of it, there was like kids were coming with their mums and dads, and we never set out to play to mums and dads, but that is what success entails, right?
It's partly the image in your mind
that's
when
the
you're on
truth.
stage. That's what I'm thinking about. What you've actually got
Well,
in
we're
your
actually
head.
playing to the people who turned up that day. We
on
actually were playing
stage,
to.
on stage, I just want him to say, and it's like, and there's only me and him, right? That we'll ever get this. It's like when he turns to me and I turn to him at like one guitar break or whatever, and like we just both look at each other, and that's what it's about for us, right? It's not about how many people are in a field or anything like that, because we played it in like New York, like 2 weeks ago, like to like 3,000 people, but there's certain points in certain gigs, and there's only I mean. Not like fucking dissing the rest of the band or anything like that, but it's only me and him, really. When he turns to me and just goes, "Are you mad for it?" And I go, "Aye, cocker." That's what it's all about, isn't it?
That's
Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's about, it's like going back to that Nebworth thing.
Let's play Captain Beefheart track.
Well, we've got to play